So you're thinking about moving to the UK, but what's the actionable steps that you can take to set yourself up for success and to really achieve your goal of starting a new life in a new country? Welcome to the series of Brand Your Talents, where I wanted to help ambitious individuals who wanted to start a new life in countries like the UK to achieve where they are. 2 months ago, I released a video about me getting a global talent visa. Unexpectedly, I received a lot of feedbacks and people say that they love the content. So this is the new video series called Brand Your Talents, and I would love to help you to, no matter whether it's you wanted to get a visa and start a new life in the UK, or you just wanted to find your talents, I wanted to help you to become the best version of yourself. A little bit of background, I'm Lydia. I got my global talent visa at the beginning of 2024 as a banker, which is not a traditional route of a technical person who get a global talent visa. And because of that, a lot of people ask me to share more of my journey and eventually help people like you who are watching this video. The first video of this series. If you want me to go one step further to actually talk to you, there is a link down below. You can book a 20-minute call with me. I'm hoping that I can help as many people as possible by putting these videos out there. So this is the first video in the Brand Your Talent series that I wanted to help you to get a new life in the UK. A lot of people I talked to in the past 2 months who booked a call with me, I always start asking them like, what's the reason why they wanted to get a global talent visa. Sometimes people will tell me straight that they just go and want to live in the UK. I wanted to first, you don't have to get this global talent visa for you to be able to move to the UK. And full disclosure, I'm not a lawyer, so if you have any legal immigration questions, you need to do your own homework and actually talk to a lawyer for that. However, I can share my own experience. I know a lot of people who have another type of visa, they'll start their life in the UK, so you don't actually need to do that. And so this video, I'm going to go through the step-by-step and actually see whether you should apply for a global talent visa. So a lot of people that I talked to wanted to get this global talent visa. Let's see what kind of people is most suitable for getting this visa, or whether you want to apply it or not. It would be very good for people who have a strong track record, and they're usually some type of leader will have show the potential of become a leader in those 3 fields. One is academic and research, the second is art and culture, the third one, which is the one that I apply, is digital technology. And those people who actually have that track record or show the potential to be able to become a talent, it may be a option that you wanted to think about. But also you'll be prepared to go through this lengthy and competitive application process. This visa is not for those people who haven't really started their career, or you just at the beginning of any of your career. Maybe you have like 1 year of experience, you haven't really figured out what you want to do yet. Might not be the best suitable version of visa for you, but figure out there's a lot of different kind of visa. Also, it's not for those people who doesn't want to spend a lot of time to going through your life and write the essays, which is why I wanted to dedicate a series to help you and maybe eventually have some kind of course. If the global talent visa sounds like, if you're a leader, if those criteria match of what you do and who you are as a person, yeah, go ahead and apply for it. But if not, don't worry about it. There's so many ways that all the countries nowadays are attracting talents. You don't have to have the global talent visa, so to speak, to move to a new country. And let's see what kind of visa options the UK is offering to people who wanted to move there. So the first one is the skilled worker visa, which is the one that I initially got the first time when I moved to the UK in 2021. I just got a job and then I moved with the company that they helped me with all the processes, relocation and everything. Is really, really helpful. So I think that's actually the best option if you're trying to just start a new phase of your life in the UK, because you don't need to go through the application of the visa process yourself, and somebody else will hold your hand and basically do everything for you. And also you have all the support that you need, and you can just lay back and enjoy the benefit of the company helping you do all the relocation. Having said that, of course, I know a lot of people will be like, you think it's easy to get a job in a new country without establish all of the connections and stuff like that. I understand. I'm just trying to offer different options compared to the global talent visa. So to compare with the global talent visa, I believe if you have the motivation and believe that you can get the global talent visa, it might not be as difficult as you think just to get a sponsorship to get a job. I think the goal is more important than the visa itself. If your goal is just to move to the UK and have a life there, it's very reasonable you can look into this route of skilled worker visa rather than to get a global talent visa. Another route is the student visa. So the student visa in and of itself is also a way if you just wanted to go and live your life in the UK and try and, I would say if you're very, very early in your career, you might not have all the accolades and experience and recommendations for you to apply for the talent visa. You might want to just go to the UK and take a look and experience what the life is like there, and after you establish maybe 1 year, 2 year, you'll be able to naturally stay if you like it. So then the student visa comes with a post-study visa as well. Usually they give you, I think it's 2 years if you're not a PhD student. If you're a PhD student, after that, that will come with 3 years of the student visa after, like post-study work visa. Then you'll be able to actually establish your life, learn and explore in the UK and see whether that's a country for you. And that's usually, if you're very, very, very early in your career, you can explore that. That will be relatively easy, but it comes with the price of you need to like pay for the education. You might be able to get a scholarship as well. So if you're like really young and very early in your life, or you have the extra cash just to wanted to come to the UK. The final one I wanted to mention is called Innovative Founders Visa. It's somewhat similar to the Global Talent Visa. A lot of my friends I know who are founders themselves, they sometimes will get that visa. The thing with that is it doesn't necessarily have to be a groundbreaking, like a startup idea, VC-backed company. You just need to have a simple business. And then it also goes through, they have a third-party endorsement process. You need to submit like business plan, financial model. I think it's basic ones, and they will assess you. There's 3 different individual third parties to review and verify and endorse these kind of applications. All of them require them to review all the processes and get back to the applicants in 3 weeks. There's more like details. I will put the links of all of those agencies so you can take a look. It also comes with a price. I think you pay like, I don't remember what it is, around like £1,000 or something. So that's something you can also look into if you really have a great idea. I think I would recommend that. But of course, I'm not a lawyer, just to caveat that you can, if you really have those legal questions, you should ask a lawyer. And then finally, there's a visa I didn't know until I started to do research for this video, which is called the Global Business Mobility and Expansion Worker Visa. According to Google, so if you already have a company, you wanted to expand to the UK, you can use that kind of visa. To summarize, there are so many ways that if your goal is just to move to the UK, you can apply. I think a lot of people, they saw my last video, they think that this option of getting a global talent visa might not be that difficult, which is the one goal I have that I want to motivate more people to apply if you are thinking of it. Before we really dive into all the nitty-gritty of application materials and thinking about how you write your evidence and how you structure your story, I think we need to take a step back to think through what is the end goal of you getting this visa? Is it just because you wanted to go and live in the UK? If that's the case, there's so many different options. You don't necessarily have to fixate it on this global talent visa option. One thing I want to say is, like, out of all the options, if you already believe that you'll be able to get a global talent visa, you possibly will be able to find a sponsored job in the UK and qualify for the skilled worker visa, which is the natural next step. I would recommend most of the people to take a look. It's not as difficult as to prepare for all the documents and going through your life evidence and experience and think about what is your narrative compared to getting a global talent visa. But at the same time, if you're going through all of those materials, you need to find people to write a recommendations letter for you. You need to go through what is your strength and weaknesses and what's your mission, what's driving you, what's your vision about your life. I believe if you're leading talent in your field, it might be easier for you to connect with people who are in your field and ask for a referral, ask for a recommendation, go through connections or go through LinkedIn, email, conferences, and just to find that person who are in the UK who have the decision power to hire someone, or they're in need to look for talents like yourself. So that I would say that might be the natural next step for you to look at what the alternative plan. So if you're interested in learning how to get a job and just by using LinkedIn, or the best way to use LinkedIn, I have a video here which I talked about how I use LinkedIn to outreach people. It works for me. The first time I got a job in the UK was just because I reached out to someone on LinkedIn. And so yeah, it's not impossible, and I think that's a much easier route compared to the Global Talent Visa. So just for you to think about it before you dive into it. So which is why this series of this video, no matter whether you're going for the Global Talent Visa or you're trying to get a job, I think the most important thing is you understand yourself, you're aware of what is your talent, which is why this series is called Brand Your Talent. I wanted to help every single one of you to be able to live the life that you want and deserve. So if this resonates with you, please subscribe, hit the subscribe button and follow this channel. I will share more in the future about how you should be able to refine your LinkedIn profile, get your story of your career correct, and also I will share more about the Global Talent Visa, like what kind of materials you can prepare and how you should be able to tell your story better. And those are all not just work for a Global Talent Visa, but in a broader sense, work for all aspects in your life. At the end of the day, we are the sole storyteller of our life, and we control 100% of where we want to go. So the better you be able to brand your talent, the better you'll be, no matter whether you want to get a visa, get a better job, or just have a better life. And eventually it would be ideal to build a brand so that all the opportunities that will come to you. And stay tuned for the next video. I'll see you next time.